connection between humans and animals goes far beyond what science can explain. Throughout the ages, across countless civilizations, spiritual teachers have spoken of the soul's journey, not just for humans, but for all beings that share this earthly experience with us. I'm about to reveal something profound that many of you have felt, but perhaps couldn't fully understand. Your beloved pet may have been with you before, in another time, another place, another life. When you look into your pet's eyes and feel something ancient and familiar staring back at you, that's not merely affection, it's recognition. The first unmistakable sign that your companion animal has traveled with you across the veil of time is that immediate, soul-piercing gaze. They look at you not as a stranger, but as someone they've known forever. This recognizing gaze happens when your souls remember each other instantly, even while your conscious minds do not. One pet owner described this phenomenon perfectly. The moment I saw my rescue dog at the shelter, he stopped pacing, looked directly at me, and his entire demeanor changed. It wasn't like he was meeting me, it was like he was finding me again. The shelter workers were stunned because he'd been so distant with everyone else. This immediate recognition often accompanies the second sign, an instantaneous, deep emotional connection that defies logical explanation. Many pet owners report feeling an overwhelming sense of coming home when they first interact with an animal who has shared their soul journey. This connection transcends the normal bonding process. It's immediate, powerful, and often brings tears or a profound sense of peace. Your souls recognize each other on a level that exists beyond this physical reality. The renowned psychic Edgar once spoke of these soul connections, suggesting that animals can return to our lives multiple times, guided by the invisible threads of karma and love that bind souls together across the ages. His extensive readings on reincarnation included numerous accounts of animal companions who returned to be with their human counterparts. The third sign manifests as unexpected protective behaviors that seem to transcend normal animal instincts. Your pet may position themselves between you and unseen dangers, or become agitated before something negative occurs. Many people report their animals refusing to let them leave the house on days when accidents or troubles would have occurred, or waking them moments before natural disasters struck. This guardian behavior comes from ancient memories of protecting you in previous incarnations. A woman in Colorado shared how her cat, normally calm and reserved, became frantically distressed when a repair person entered their home. The cat positioned itself between them, hissing intensely. Later, she discovered this person had been involved in several home robberies. "It was like my cat could see beyond his uniform to who he truly was," she explained. "There was no way she could have known, unless she'd been protecting me for much longer than this lifetime." The fourth revealing sign appears when pets respond to words, names, or sounds from past lives. Perhaps you playfully call them by a name that wasn't meant for them, and they respond with immediate recognition. Or they react strongly to languages, music, or phrases that connect to places where you both once existed together. These triggers activate dormant memories within their consciousness. Is your journey with your beloved companion truly beginning in this lifetime? Or is it a beautiful continuation of something ancient and sacred? The signs are there if you're willing to see them. The spiritual connection between you and a pet who has returned to your life manifests in ways that extend beyond ordinary animal behavior. These signs become evident in the sacred moments you share and the inexplicable ways your paths align with perfect timing. The fifth profound sign appears when your pet demonstrates a presence during spiritual moments. Have you noticed how your companion seems drawn to you during meditation, prayer, or moments of deep contemplation? This is no coincidence. Animals who have shared past lives with us often recognize these energetic states and are instinctively drawn to participate in them. They remember the vibrational frequency of your spirit in communion with higher realms. Every morning during my meditation practice, my cat would enter the room exactly 7 minutes in, regardless of when I started, explains Maria, a spiritual practitioner from Vancouver. She would quietly position herself precisely 3 feet away, facing east, and enter what appeared to be her own meditative state. My spiritual teacher later explained that in many ancient traditions, animal companions were believed to serve as bridges between physical and spiritual dimensions. Indeed, These animals often assume the role of spiritual facilitators. They seem to understand when energy work is happening and position themselves as guardians of the sacred space you create. Some even appear to participate, their consciousness merging with yours during these profound moments of connection. The sixth sign manifests through vivid dreams of your pet in other time periods. These dreams differ from ordinary ones. They carry a weight of reality, rich with details from eras you couldn't possibly know through normal means. You might dream of walking alongside your dog through ancient stone streets, or your cat perched in the window of a medieval dwelling. These aren't mere fantasies, but glimpses through the veil of time, windows into shared experiences from your collective soul journey. Spiritual traditions across cultures have long recognized these dream connections. Ancient Egyptian priests documented accounts of sacred animals appearing in dreams, believed to be messengers traveling between lifetimes to guide human souls. These dream visitations serve as confirmation of your eternal bond, reassuring both souls that they have found each other once again in this incarnation. The seventh sign reveals itself through unusual reactions to specific locations. Your pet may display inexplicable behavior when you visit certain places, becoming either intensely comfortable or noticeably disturbed. These locations may hold the energetic imprints of your shared experiences in previous lifetimes. James, a historian from Edinburgh, recounts, "My normally placid retriever became absolutely ecstatic when we visited Stirling Castle in Scotland. He pulled towards specific corners of the courtyard, tail wagging furiously, whining with what seemed like recognition. Later, while researching my family history, I discovered ancestors who had served there in the 16th century. The coincidence was too remarkable to dismiss. Animals retain energetic memories of places more purely than humans do, unburdened by the intellectual filters that often dim our spiritual perceptions. Their authentic reactions to these locations can serve as guideposts to your shared past, offering clues to the nature of your previous relationships and experiences together." The eighth sign appears in the form of inexplicable synchronicities, surrounding how you and your pet found each other. The circumstances often seem orchestrated by forces beyond coincidence, a series of unlikely events that led you to each other at precisely the right moment. Perhaps you felt mysteriously compelled to visit a shelter on a specific day, or your pet appeared in your life during a significant life transition when you needed their particular energy most. These chance encounters often reveal themselves as anything but random when examined through the lens of soul contracts and divine timing. They represent the beautiful orchestration of souls finding each other again, guided by the invisible hand of spiritual purpose and perfect cosmic timing. The ninth, and perhaps most profound sign of a soul connection with your pet from past lives, manifests as telepathic communication, an effortless understanding that transcends conventional explanation. This isn't simply about recognizing your pet's needs. It's about experiencing moments of complete mental and emotional synchronicity that defy the limitations of species barriers. Many who share this deep connection report knowing exactly what their animal is thinking or feeling without any physical cues. You might find yourself preparing to take your dog for a walk at the exact moment they decide to approach you with the same intention. Or perhaps you suddenly think of your cat while away from home, only to discover later they were in distress at that precise moment. These aren't mere coincidences, but evidence of a spiritual communication channel established across multiple lifetimes. "I was in a business meeting when I was suddenly overwhelmed by an image of my horse," recounts Thomas, an executive from Colorado. "The feeling was so intense that I excused myself and called home immediately. My wife had just been trying to reach me. Our horse had somehow escaped his paddock and was standing in the driveway, refusing to move. The moment I arrived home, he calmly allowed himself to be led back to his enclosure. The veterinarian could find no physical explanation for this behavior, but the timing of my intuitive flash was undeniable. This telepathic bond often strengthens during times of crisis or emotional significance." Many pet owners report their animals appearing beside them precisely when emotional comfort is needed most, even before tears have formed or distress has been outwardly expressed. This soul-level awareness transcends physical perception. It's the recognition of energetic shifts that only a deeply connected spirit would notice. The spiritual implications of these reconnected souls extend far beyond companionship. Ancient wisdom traditions teach that souls often travel together in groups, returning to each other's lives in different roles and relationships across the vast tapestry of existence. The animal who serves as your loyal companion today might have been your protector, teacher, or even child in previous incarnations. This explains the depth of familiarity and trust that can exist from your very first encounter in this lifetime. The renowned spiritual teacher and psychic Edgar explained that animal souls, while different in their evolutionary path from human souls, often enter our lives as guides and teachers. They may choose to return to us specifically to help complete unfinished spiritual lessons or to assist in our development during particular life challenges. Their presence is rarely accidental. It is purposeful, deliberate, and often precisely timed to coincide with periods of significant growth or transition in our lives. Animals have much to teach humans about unconditional love and living in the present moment, he once stated in his readings. When an animal soul bonds with a human across multiple lifetimes, both evolve together in a beautiful spiritual partnership. This understanding brings deeper meaning to the behaviors you may have observed in your own animal companions. The way your dog positions himself between you and strangers may echo his role as your protector in ancient times. Your cat's intense stare during your moments of decision-making might reflect her role as advisor or wisdom keeper in a shared past. These soul patterns often repeat across lifetimes, though the physical forms may change. Perhaps most comforting is the realization that these soul connections are neither random nor temporary. The spiritual bonds formed across multiple incarnations create pathways for reconnection that transcend physical death. Many who have experienced the transition of a beloved pet report sensing their continued presence, sometimes followed by the arrival of a new animal companion who displays uncannily similar traits or behaviors. Further evidence of the soul's journey continuing. As you observe your pet's behavior through this spiritual lens, you may begin to notice additional subtleties that confirm your ancient connection. Pay attention to how they respond to your emotional states, the specific ways they seek to comfort you, and the unique rituals you've developed together that seem somehow familiar despite being new in this lifetime. These are the echoes of your shared soul history, revealing itself in the present moment. The recognition that your pet has shared previous lives with you transforms not only how you perceive your relationship, but how you nurture and honor this sacred bond. When you acknowledge the eternal nature of your connection, everyday interactions take on profound spiritual significance. You're not simply caring for an animal, you're continuing a soul journey that spans the ages. The spiritual implications of this reunited relationship invite deeper contemplation about the purpose behind your current incarnation together. Consider what lessons remain unfinished between you, what karmic threads might be resolving, or what new spiritual growth you're meant to experience together. Often, the specific challenges or joys your pet brings into your life hold clues to these greater purposes. I've always rescued difficult animals, those considered unadoptable or traumatized, shares Rebecca, an animal communicator from Arizona. My current dog suffered severe abuse before finding me. His journey to trust has been slow, but when breakthrough moments happen, they feel like ancient knots untying. I'm convinced we're healing wounds that began lifetimes ago, not just from his early years in this life. This perspective offers profound comfort when facing the inevitable transitions that all physical relationships must endure. The knowledge that your bond transcends the temporary nature of bodily existence can transform grief into a deeper understanding of life's continuous spiritual journey. Many who recognize these soul connections report sensing their pet's presence after physical transition, sometimes receiving unmistakable signs that the relationship continues beyond the veil. Spiritual traditions throughout history have acknowledged that soul recognition works in both directions. Just as you may sense your pet's familiarity from past lives, they too recognize your energy signature, your soul's unique vibration. This mutual recognition creates a harmonic resonance between your energy fields, a synchronization that facilitates healing, growth, and spiritual advancement for both beings. The ancient Egyptians understood this profound connection, honoring certain animals as divine messengers and soul companions. In Vedic traditions, animals were recognized as beings on their own spiritual paths, sometimes intersecting with human journeys for mutual evolution. Native American wisdom teaches that animal spirits choose to walk alongside specific humans as guides and protectors across multiple lifetimes. How might you honor and strengthen this eternal bond in your daily life? Begin by creating sacred moments of connection, times when you consciously acknowledge the spiritual nature of your relationship. During quiet meditation with your pet nearby, visualize the golden thread that has connected your souls across time and space. Express gratitude for their return to your life and set intentions for the spiritual purposes you wish to fulfill together. Pay special attention to the synchronistic moments when your pet seems to respond to your unspoken thoughts or appears precisely when needed most. Rather than dismissing these as coincidence, acknowledge them as confirmations of your telepathic bond. The more you consciously recognize these connections, the stronger they become, creating a feedback loop of spiritual awareness between you. I've developed a practice of spending 5 minutes each morning in silent communion with my cat, explains Michael, a spiritual counselor. I simply sit with her, maintaining gentle eye contact, and mentally express my recognition of our soul connection. Over months of this practice, our telepathic communication has become so refined that family members have commented on how we seem to move in perfect coordination, anticipating each other's needs without any visible signals. Some spiritual teachers suggest that animals who return to us across multiple lifetimes serve as anchors for our own spiritual development, constants in the ever-changing drama of incarnation. Their unconditional love and acceptance provide safe harbor for our evolving souls, helping us remember essential truths when we become lost in the complexities of human existence. As you move forward with this profound awareness, allow it to inform how you care for and interact with your soul companion. Honor their spiritual intelligence by including them in your sacred practices. Listen deeply to what they communicate beyond words. Trust the wisdom of their timing and purpose in your life. Remember that the recognition of your shared soul history isn't meant to remain a private revelation. It offers wisdom that can transform how humanity views all relationships across species boundaries. By acknowledging the spiritual nature of your bond with your pet, you contribute to an evolving understanding of the interconnected web of consciousness that unites all beings. The ancient eyes that gaze at you with such knowing recognition carry the light of shared journeys across the cosmos. In their silent wisdom lies confirmation of life's greatest mystery and comfort. Love transcends time, souls recognize their own, and the bonds we forge in spirit are never truly broken, only transformed, renewed, and deepened across the infinite canvas of existence. If this journey of spiritual connection with your pet has resonated with your experiences, I invite you to share your own story in the comments below. Has your beloved companion shown these signs of recognition? Those moments when their eyes seem to hold ancient memories, or when they've appeared exactly when your soul needed them most. Your experiences are not only valid, they're precious confirmations of bonds that transcend time. Subscribe now to continue exploring the profound spiritual connections that shape our existence, and never miss our upcoming revelations about the unseen dimensions of life's most meaningful relationships. Hit that notification bell to join our community of seekers who understand that some bonds are simply too profound to be explained by conventional wisdom. Together, we're rediscovering ancient truths about the eternal nature of love and connection.